Hey guys, today I'm back with another Should You Summon video on the next banners, and the reason why I'm having this one a little bit earlier than I usually do, because usually I upload it on Thursday, but this time it's on Wednesday, is because I have to kind of give you all a heads up that you might not want to summon on this banner. And that's for a couple reasons, primarily related to banners in the future. So, first of all, we should just go over why you would want to summon on this banner, because undeniably, this is an amazing banner. We have Vierna on it, Vierna being very, very good. She's a very, very good AoE mage, can help you a lot in a lot of areas, Gear Grade 4, Gear Grade 1, to name a few. But the reason why she's so good, which I'm sure a lot of you know, is to boost Silas, because Silas needs a bond skill, which you get from having Vierna, and the bond skill essentially makes him do double the damage on his ultimate. That's really how it is. He attacks twice instead of one per attack here. It's insane. It's by far like the most impactful thing in the game because Silas is just debatably the best hero in the game, and that's why he is because of Vierna Bond. If you have Silas, you don't have Vierna, you definitely do want to pull in this banner, but you do have to kind of be a bit careful because we have a lot of things coming very, very soon, but I'll get to that in a second. Another reason why you would pull in this, which is debatably even more important than Miranda Bond, is Laurel. So if you do not have a Laurel yet, pull on this banner. Laurel is so impactful, absolutely insane. She's one of the best progression heroes in the game. You're going to really only use her about mid game and a little bit of end game. You're not really going to see her be used a lot in the early game, but she's insanely, insanely good. And the reason why, although she has a damage increase, is really good, she has a decent ultimate to generate rage, but the reason why she's so good is because of her talent. So, upon death, or when you pull her, you retrieve her, it provides surrounding allies with a restoration of 50% of their rage cap upon death. This applies even when your teammates are using alts. It applies when they, just have some rage building up. It's one of the best abilities in the game, and it'll help you in Gear Grade 1, Gear Grade 2, Gear Grade 3, Gear Grade 4. Not Gear Grade 5, but it's essentially necessary or insanely important for um, Guild Boss. It's so, so good there. As you can see, if you look at the leaderboards, Laurel right there. I assume Laurel's in here, but just not being used. No, this team does not have Laurel. Laurel here, Laurel here, Laurel here. This one's not using Laurel. You don't need Laurel, but she'll get you to 50k blood so much faster than if you didn't have her. And she's just so important. She's like a top 3 epic in the game. It's not really debatable. She's amazing. Very, very with pulling. Aatrox and Baron are both very good, but not really the main reason to pull on this. So if you don't have those two, or you need them at all, then I would definitely pull on this. But you kind of don't want to risk getting Kai, because Kai is debatably one of the worst legendaries in the game. He's like a top 3 worst legendary in the game. I genuinely think he's worse than Cratch. I think he's worse than Durza. Like he's bad. He's not good at all. Maul is better at everything that he does. It's not good. So that's why you would pull on that banner. So if you fulfill those requirements, I would pull on it. But if you like already have Vierna, if you already have Laurel, I would not pull on it at all because you don't really need their awakenings. And also that brings me to what is in the future. So in the future, we have leaks on next week's stuff, and that is going to be a Magda Constance banner. Magda and Constance both are very good. Magda is like an AoE magic fighter type thing that's like same range as Zillitu. She has knockback. She's very, very good. Definitely one of the best Forerunner heroes not on global yet, apart from like Helga, who will be out for free, I think, towards the anniversary. And that also brings me to the other thing, which is the anniversary. I'll talk about it in a second. But alongside the Magda Constance banner, which is very, very strong, a very, very strong banner, we're going to essentially have Dahlia. So Dahlia should be next week, right after this one. So if you want Dahlia in any way, shape, or form, she might have been reworked. We do not know. at all. I don't know if she's reworked or if they just delayed her or anything to kind of release content that she's better in. I think Dahlia will be better than people are expecting. She's probably going to get a glow up in terms of content being released that's a bit more suitable for her range, which is most people's issues. She hits very hard. She's very, very unique with her kit. She's very, very cool. She's mommy. Um, and I think people are definitely underestimating her. I think they tend to release content that, characters like that would be good at before they release the characters before the content, is what I meant to say. Like Edith, for example, who's like a must have for grade 5 now, and she was released as essentially one of the worst tanks in the game before that. So we don't really know about that. And then after that, we have the anniversary around July, which is going to be crazy to say the least. And that we don't know that many banners that are going to be for that, honestly. But we do have one guest for something around there, which is the limited hero that I just had a video on yesterday, and that is on the Dragon Girl. The Dragon Girl will be a limited hero. She seems very good. A couple things some people told me, which I think I should include here, just to kind of summarize what should have been said in that video is like the Wailing Skull summon might count as summons to buff her. There's not enough summons in the game to really make her excel as much as she could, but in the future when more summoning heroes come out, she will definitely get a lot better. I know there are some other characters getting reworks that might make her better too. Like Navras apparently is getting a rework, which will lead to his ultimate counting of summons, which will definitely buff her. There's a lot of things that could happen. And also, the Dragon Girl is a mage for Northerner factions. So if you're missing a mage for Northerners, like you don't have Shamir, just pull for her, and then you'll get that requirement fulfilled, and that'll be hyped.
Oh, yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
But those are some things that are happening in the future. We have like an Aelin Shamir banner in the files or whatever, and we have a couple good ancient banners. But in terms of normal summons, which is what we're talking about today, we have a lot of limited heroes coming very, very soon. So once again, if you don't have Laurel, I would pull on this. If you don't have Vierna, I would kind of think about it a bit more. If you want to pull for Vierna, or if you want to pull in the future. If you want to buff your Silas, definitely worth it. But if you want any of the limited heroes eventually, then that's something that you should be mindful of. We also might be getting Gwendolyn again pretty soon. I'm not sure when. The way they've been doing it is they've been having new limited, rerun of a limited, and then a new limited, and then a rerun. So it is possible the Dragon Girl will actually be later than we think. So it'll be like 3 months from now. That is possible. And instead they will have Gwendolyn before her. That's possible too. So just keep those things in mind. But I think that's kind of everything I wanted to talk about. I just came to say that if you fulfill some requirements, this is an amazing banner. It is a very, very good banner. We had it in the past as a rerun, so this is another rerun that we're getting, but it is a decent banner, except for Kai, who is ass. Kai is trash. I have Kai. I've used Kai. I've maxed him, by the way, fully, except for skills, on the Pelagios Codex. Let me try to find him really quickly. I don't know where I can find him on my account. Okay, here we are. I maxed him, he's only dusted, and then I put some really good gear on him, used him in Pelagios Codex. He did less damage than Brienne. Brienne did about as much damage as he did. So, it's bad. Kai's not good. He's outclassed by every single other AoE marksman in the game. And it's just, he's atrocious. I hate Kai. He's so bad. But yeah, so that's everything I have for you guys. Definitely stay tuned for some other stuff coming in the future. We have some anniversary leaks coming eventually, and that'll be pretty hyped to show. And I also have to make and edit a video on 600 ancients being pulled, which I did before, but never made a video on. So I will definitely work on that too. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. And yeah, Destined signing out.